You've got questions, and we've got answers. Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, answering the questions that new leaders ask us. Actually, my goal is to help all leaders become more successful, productive, and confident. Today, we're talking about valuing the success of others. Are you ready? Let's go. So here's the question that we received. Kevin, how do you convince people that taking a vested interest in other people's success is at least as important as your own successes? Well, I'm always interested in the way questions get asked because they give us an insight into the asker. And this particular question, it's a good question, and it's a question that really gets at perspective. And I want to hone in on one word to get us started, and that word is the word convince. If I take this question apart and say, how do I convince them? And I'm going to say probably not going to be able to, because here's how the human brain works. We look at the world through our lens, and then the way we take action makes sense based on the way we're looking at the world. So we can't try to convince people. We have to help them see a different perspective because their current perspective makes sense to them. In this question, the current perspective is, in order for me to win, it's got to be about me winning. So how do we help people change their perspective? I've got four ideas for you. The first of those is we need to help people see interdependence. Chances are the group of people that work together, that you work with, are interconnected. They are interdependent. Their work is not completely different from or disconnected from each other. So we as leaders need to help people see a perspective that says, this is all of us together. The old saying, there's no I in team. Is true here. All of us together make a difference. And so we got to help people first at least see the idea of interdependence, but that alone is not enough. The second thing we want to do is help people. We need to determine what success means to them. The only way I'm going to find out what success means to someone else is by asking them. So how I'm going to help change this perspective for different people is going to be different based on where they're currently at. If I want to start to change people's perspective about this, I start with helping them see interdependence. Then I need to understand what success is to them so that I can do the third thing, which is connect their vision of success to the success of others. Once I understand how you view your success and what you're trying to accomplish at work and what your goals are for your career, then I can start to see how I can build the connection for you between the work that this person is doing and that person is doing and their success being connected to your success. I've got to help make that connection, but I've got to do that from the perspective of knowing what their vision is first. And the last thing is, as a leader, I want to always be looking at how I can reward an outward focus. How can I help let people see that I'm noticing when they're encouraging each other, supporting each other, and celebrating each other's success? When we let people know that's important, it starts to change their perspective as well. So I'm giving you 4 things to think about. At the bottom line, here's the thing. My perspective is that it's not a zero-sum game. And we've got to help our teams see that it's not a zero-sum game. In other words, in order for me to win, you don't have to lose. In other words, if I can get my team to start to think about our work from the perspective of synergy, 1 + 1 = 11, then everyone's got the chance to think about how their success is tied to and even directly connected to the success of others. That leads us to today's tweet. No one succeeds in today's world alone. The leader's job is to create a mindset where you win equals we win. So I hope the answer to this question was helpful to you. And if it was, I hope that you will find other resources on this page to help you as a new leader or to help you help other new leaders move through that transition from bud to boss. That's why this site exists. That's why this video exists. There are all manner of resources here, both free and paid. We hope you take advantage of all of them. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of when I'm going to answer more questions that you've got as new leaders. Thanks.